All right, it's time to bring you guys up to speed on what I've been up to. This building is gone. This building is here. We got artsy fartsy walls, cool lights, little details, and big buses, garages, elevators, and so much more. There's a lot to go over today, so let's get on it. We might as well start right here. This is the oil setup that I was running temporarily. I took two full 600 lines of crude oil down this hill here from in the swamp or the coast, whatever that is over there, from the over there. I had one going into plastic, one into rubber, and the polymer resin being turned into fuel. Fuel was packaged, sent out, stored, turned into electricity. Plastic was turned into canisters, all put into a dimensional depot. It's a single dimensional depot. It was just a really basic setup just to get a couple things of oil turned into some fuel and things. It was just basic to get some plastic and rubber rolling in, as well as fuel for the trucks, which they're still using the surplus from. Because I'm no longer producing this down here. The oil is now being used for another project. So let's head in. Little disclaimer though first. Some of you have already noticed the amount of detail that I put into my builds so far is disproportionate for how far I am in the game. This is normal. This is me. I just like to put tons of detail and I have tons of fun playing the game. And I know that it's going to have an effect on burnout, but it's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I just like to put a lot of effort into my projects because it's fun. So even though I'm not very far in the game, I'm essentially overbuilding and it's fun. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy it. I don't know if this has changed a ton other than the monstrous glass bus that's underneath here. This is pretty much, there's just space under here to build with. Not a lot under here yet. It's just the miners bringing the ore up, except they're all decorated and backlit and stuff. And it's kind of nice. There's no lights or anything down here. I wonder if I should put lights down here. I'm not sure. We'll go over here to this elevator. That elevator will take us to the same spot, but we'll walk through here. Go to this one. There are hypertubes all over the place that take you basically just up and down. Maybe I should put lights in here. It looks like I started to, but I was unsure because oh, there's a cable in here. That's not supposed to be there. Don't look at that. That's not here. Go up to logistics. Do we want to go to logistics? Let's go up one more. Go to manufacturing. Welcome to manufacturing. Remember that this is still the same starter base that was from before. The one that we were looking at before. It's the same exact line of assemblers. It's just that everything has been decorated. And because I'm kind of a crazy person, everything has been really, really decorated. This is the main bus that we saw before, but everything has been kind of bound up and bound together. I removed the floor over this second bus because I really like the tiered layered look, being able to look down there and see all the things. You got one bus down there that has all the raw material, and the bus up here going the other direction inward that is all the finished things. These are all supplying materials for those assemblers there. That line of assemblers that are all decorated to look like CNC machines. They're all enclosed in their own housing with lights. I've scattered some props around to make it look like there was something going on. I would like to decorate this area with some more. There probably will be. Because I come back here and tinker with it, and I'd like to play with the props. There's some more. There's a cup in there. Who left the cup in there? Someone's fired. We've got... It's very busy in here. All of these splitters are priority splitters that are sending the priority forward into these machines, and whenever it backs up, they go through their side options there, which then they go over there and they go up and are stored as regular things. So screws or anything like that, like rods, rods are backed up right here. They will then go over there, and that's where I get all the passive collection of materials. It's not a good system. I wouldn't recommend it. This is still the same early game system that we had before. They're waiting for their upgrades. These are still tier Mark III belts, Mark II belts. So even though I've got Mark IV belts unlocked, none of them are here yet, which I could really get more out of this system by upgrading it. But honestly, I'm thinking about just kind of leaving it for now, because it's going to be a huge project to upgrade things within this. We got this pretend, I'm not sure what it is, UV scanner. I don't know what's going on here. They're being cleansed or something. I'm not sure. These pieces are all responsible for making the motors. I think modular frames as well. Oh, we got some clipping there. Don't look at that. Don't worry about it. The storage up there. We'll get to that later. Come over here. We've got, it's just the assemblers that are making the materials. Oh, we got, are they spinning? No. Just a weird texture. Okay. These are the assemblers responsible for creating the materials that create the motors. Open. Like I said before, everything that's here is almost exactly as it was before. It's just decorated now. But it's basically the same thing. It's just the floor has been opened up and it's been severely decorated. And that's mostly what I'm showing here is how decorated. I got this neat battery system. These are solar panels. Up top here. Oh, I lost my... Oh yeah, this neat wall that I made as well. This is a very interesting... I'm still tinkering with it as I do, but I like them. They are different. There's 5 of them that are rotated, so there's lots of variation. But each of them has, this is a blueprint in the middle. These are the ones that are rotated that there's 5 of, and then this is just one. There's one blueprint that's repeated. I wish that you could connect blueprints, because I can't. I had to go through and connect all the lights, which made it so I had to cut into the back of each of the blueprint and put a piece back. So if you were to pick everything up, there's still a piece floating, which I guess is an improvement, but it kind of defeats the purpose of the blueprint. Continuing on, these are the assemblers that are making all of this stuff. The main bus that's going over to the main assembly area over there. This is the depot for animated SAM and the storage for it. This is what the truck is bringing in. It's from over there on next to the power plant. We'll go in there in a minute. We'll glance over here first. I believe in the last save, this was still just all flat. The bus was here and these assemblers and smelters were here, but it was pretty much all just a flat thing. Not walled in. I did experiment with some roofs and second stories and stuff, and I just couldn't settle with anything, and so it's just open for now. But I do imagine that it will go up in the future. We'll add more floors and stuff. We'll see. I might just build another factory somewhere else. I'm not sure. You've got all the raw ore coming in. It's quite something down there. There's a lot going on. Everything is very carefully calculated and labeled, so I know what's going in and out of each thing. I was really trying to make the most of what I had without having to bring in anything from too far away. I can't get in there. And you can see all the labels. Everything is carefully planned, carefully laid out. There's a hypertube just going through the floor. There's lots of these little spots that just look great. All right, we'll go check out the over there, the garages and the hub, or the garage. I don't know. It's kind of garages. There's multiple of them. Let's check out the storage up there. It's pretty cool. Everything is set up to run forever, all in syncs the way they should be. Generating tickets, running forever. Lots of power as well. I think we're doing just fine on power right now. Oh yeah. 12,000 megawatts off of a coal power plant. Doing all right. We'll go down here first to the garages. Other things in here for a delivery. I don't know why it scoots up to the wall so much. I didn't do that when I recorded it. I was like centered, but it scoots right up next to the wall for whatever reason. I don't know. It works. So off you go. I have my truck stop built into the wall with a wall hole. It actually works pretty well. You can see it in there. To access the things, you can go back here and you can get to everything. Probably put a wall hole in there right now, or not right now, you know, pretty soon. We got garages here. They're all labeled. Explore. Got some props that don't do anything here, but they look cool. So I guess that adding to aesthetic is a thing that they do. This stupid thing. Sometimes when I load up the map, the vehicles will be floating in the air and they'll be stuck to the ceiling. I have no idea why, but they do that. Also, each of these garages is individually lit, so they have their own controller. You can change the color and brightness for each bay, and then the room separately. It's back here. Yep, that's the garages. Go up here next. This is the hub, which I have named Research and Development, because it is. My pod is sort of built in. It's outside, but it passes through this lit channel, which is unintentional. I actually didn't mean to do that, but the building just extended to over the top of it, and it did actually fly through the floor. And I was like, oh no, I have to designate a new area. So this is a reserved nook in it that has to be there for flight pattern. The hub I have built in. Can you see it from out there? I don't know, you can barely see it. Can't. It's just built into the building. The hub is inside. This door isn't even the hub. This is just a wall with a door in it. That's the hub. I have it built just so. Perfectly in, the floor in, it's all custom. Everything's in here, nothing's blocked. With the window. The window is blocked. That doesn't count. There's nothing in here that's blocked. Nothing is overlapping. There's a little bit in the floor, but it doesn't overlap anything, and like not like the big wall sticking through or anything like that. Everything still works. Come up here, there's a nice storage space for whatever. I should put some crates and stuff up here. A window that looks out over the thing. These are all nicely built in with this floor now. Some vending machines, which I wish worked. Cool fan. Big giant industrial fan. All these things are individual props I've decorated the place with. It's fun. It's fun sometimes to stop at the factory and just kind of like just go play with things. Got a storage room over here that does nothing. It just looks cool. It looks like it's cluttered, but these are just props. Just playing around. It's fun to craft an environment that looks like something was happening, like a story is being told. Like this. What on earth is happening here? What is the explanation? Who builds such a thing? This is R&D. This is just a big playroom where if I could, I would like weld and cut and engineer things, but you can't really do that in this game, so it's just props. But this is where it would take place. A computer. It's all fun and games. My MAM back here, decorated with clutter, hard drives, cool lights, and a crane. There's just stuff everywhere. I like how this is built into the wall. I think I had another one. Yeah, another one over there. I had it built in where the wall was flush with this side, and it looks really cool, but I have since changed it. Yeah, there's that. These are the lights that go around here. The cyan and magenta lights there. This is actually was a little bit frustrating to hook up because they're half and half, and so one does half the lights, and the other one does the other half. They go all the way around. You can't really see it because it doesn't render the lights very far away. Kind of lame. But they are all the way around. I had them change to Christmas colors, but it got pretty old pretty fast. We'll go back over here quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Even though it's a very basic factory, it does look cool. Let's go check out the storage room. Elevator, where are you? Oh, it's coming. Storage. Thank you. Ooh, this has to be fixed still. This is temporary. Don't look at it. It's not supposed to be a big wire there. There's one of these rooms on the other side. This is the storage area up here. Got main room. Only two too wide, but it's very cool looking. There you go. Voila. I got these props, decorating each one of these. Make it look like some of these were just kind of set here. It's also a very interesting labeling system. Above each of the storage containers is the dimensional depot for it. That is the one that works for it. But unfortunately, in this setup, there's only one for each. Got one of these rooms on either side. This is where the sinks are. Don't fall. Yeah, these are double storage bins that are placed down into the floor. The things come in up the wall, across the ceiling, and they go in through a splitter. It goes through and into the back of the input, which is why they're positioned this way, because it has to go through the splitter and into the back of the container. And it goes out of the front of the container and up through the bottom, and it just clips through the splitter and goes up into the dimensional depot. And if this is all backed up, then it'll go right and overflow through the smart splitter and go up into the system that takes it to the resource sink. And all together, when they line up next to each other, it looks pretty cool because all the lines underneath kind of make like this rib cage looking thing, and it looks pretty sweet. There's more that need to be added still. I'm not making very much, clearly. Sticking out. I still gotta fix that. I love being able to see the buses underneath. Whole factory. All right, next up. This is only half of it. Let's head over to the power plant. I really should put an elevator there. That wouldn't be a bad spot for one. Oh, dude's here. You can take the truck over there. We'll just fly, though. It's faster. All right, here we are. Here you have it. This is the coal power plant. Grabbing the coal from these 3 pure nodes and then turning them into power, combined with the collection from these solar panels here. Altogether, it's making 12,000 megawatts, which is plenty for now. This has also received quite a bit of decoration. Other than the lights, this immediate area isn't too different, but over there is. I would normally be using the jetpack, but with flight, there's the parachute thing. Whoa, stay away from that. Here we have the power plant. The inside. Can I do something about those wires? I swear. I thought I ran all these underneath. Did I not do that? You can walk through here. It is loud. Why is this locked? Not always open. Well, I just didn't hide them. I should have run them underneath. Apparently did not. Oh well. Back here is a bit more impressive. Oh, this is nice. What happened here? Oh, never mind. Yeah, here. This is what I was looking at. That's not that. This. Weird. Random incomplete spot. Was I working on something? Why are these removed? I don't remember. I don't know. This building is the control and the backup, because getting a completely dead power plant restarted is tricky sometimes. And this is one of those ones that's like, it's too big to start up all on its own. So what you do is you come in here, and these are set up. It looks crazy, but it's really basic. There's 3 rows. You can see the fans. There's 1, 2, 3. I wish I could turn the fans on and off with these, but indicator lights is the best that we got right now. There's 3 rows of power plants. The 3 chimneys up there. You can see them. So this one will do the first row, the second row, and the third row. Same with the water. The first, second, and third row of water. 4. No, there's 4 there. Yeah, not third. The 5th little single guy in the end there is for that. It doesn't need any. It's its own system. So you got 4 rows of water, 3 rows of coal, and these are the 4. What is this? Hold on. What did I say that this was? I haven't turned this on in a little while. These black ones are the 3 coal power plants. And I think that this is that. What was this for? I forgot to label it. I don't I don't remember because these green ones over here, there's a green one over here that's for something. I can't remember what it's for. But these green ones over here are, one is for the refinery that makes the diesel, basically, the biofuel. And the other one is a generator that burns it. And that will burn the biofuel into enough energy to jumpstart the first whole generator, which the first one only can be isolated and loaded from underneath. There's a bin under there that you can go down there and you can load it well, with a lot. So you don't have to put one stack in it. You can put however much you want in there. You come back here and you turn everything off except that one row and like one row of water pumps. You put your plant matter. It does everything. Alien stuff, it doesn't matter. Alien DNA, it'll do everything. You put anything bio in there at all, and it sorts it out and turns it into nuggies or DNA. In here. This room. This room is where the backup happens. These are constructors that are making the solid biofuel. We've got tanks here holding the liquid biofuel and just for the sake, in case it's needed. At any time, we can turn on this system and this will burn from those tanks, and it will provide enough fuel to turn the system back on. These batteries are hooked up to the wind generators out there. Those are providing power. That's the first initial tiny bit of power that is free and it's endless and renewable forever, but it's unstable. So I've got them hooked into these batteries because you can see it's unstable. And so when it drops down like this, if it drops below the consumption line, the batteries will kick in until the windmills pick it back up. Because this room is on its own isolated system. If you grab the power from something, it shows the power from the windmills, the wind generators, not from the coal power plant. The coal power plant is providing onwards. This it runs on the power from the windmills. You can go down and look at the logistics here. This is the containers for the sorting, pipe work and stuff. But I did want to show you this. This is kind of an interesting thing. Before we had any kind of clipping, I was using clipping with flight. I was using these hyper tubes to get through the floor. I didn't know if you knew that you could do that, but I use these hyper tubes to get outside the map. You can put one down, like you're gonna put it wherever, and when you put the other side down, you can put it underground, like that. And when you power this side, it'll send you to the other side, and you got to figure out how to power that other side when you're down there. It can be tricky sometimes, but I've got a few of these set up around that will take you under the map without any kind of clipping. I'm using props to create a cave down here. So this cave is completely, it's not part of the map. I made it. So you can keep going down too. You can make any shape that you want. I think that this would be interesting mechanic if it didn't use up props, if somehow you could keep making cave, or if there could be an expansion or DLC or something where you could take advantage of this massive void underneath here, which I guess every video game has a massive void. It's all built and that's the way they work, but there's still just a ton of space down here that could be something. Lots of players I think have built under the map before. I'm doing it a little bit. I've got power running down here, some pipe work, some belt work. It's mostly power though. Everything's all sorted out because the switches, it makes it funky to try and set everything up. Go back up. But yeah, that's mostly it. Like, got underneath here, we can see this. That's a window. You did a good job cleaning that. Good job. So the system is perfect. It works just fine. The pipe system stays perfect. It's got a loop, and so it comes in through at the beginning, and it goes 3 different directions. The water does. It goes down to the end and loops around, as well as loops in, and so the whole thing levels out this big loop, and the ones in the middle have just as much pressure as the ones in the end. I've got it's that A pump down here at the end to keep these ones at the end nice and full. Keep it flowing, but the pressure is maximum on all of them. There is not a single drop in coal or water, both. Everything is working just the way that it should. And with I gotta put in the battery bank. I've got a blueprint for a battery bank. Where is it? Oh, there it is in logistics. These are already all tied together, and I got to put this in somewhere. I'll put it in right there. Put it in underneath. And this is like a big ultimate backup system for the whole base. And it'll run for a little while, just in case. I had to move it though, and I haven't put it back down, so we'll see. But yeah, this setup is pretty much complete. It's just the way that it's going to be. We're moving on to higher technologies from this point forward. Again, I do understand that some of you are like, oh my god, I would not spend that much time putting that much detail in, knowing that there was more to go. But understand that I've never done this before, and so I'm playing around. Remember that I am an artist, and I like to do the building just as much as I like to do the logistics and stuff. So I tend to get carried away and end up, building things like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we got so far. It's still the starter base, but it's just been wrapped in nice packaging. I'm just having a lot of fun with this game, and I tend to get carried away when it comes to things like this. A lot of availability for detail. What's important is we're having fun. Oh, and out here is my Fixmas setup. It is finished. I am making the stars over here, but it's not very extravagant. It just is. But that's going to be it from me today. So remember to leave a like if you like what you see, and hit subscribe if you want to see more. I am a growing channel, and I can really use all the support that I can get. This is still my first time through in 1.0, so I'm still trying to catch my bearings. So be sure to stay tuned if you want to see where this goes. Lots of big projects on the future. But that's for another video. Also remember to catch me live on Twitch every weekend. Every Saturday and Sunday I stream for at least 8 hours, starting at noon Pacific. And we play all kinds of sandbox games. So until next time, don't let Ada get to you too much. She doesn't like the holiday season. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.